Okay, so we have this equation which involve a log function or which involve log expressions. Okay, so whenever you have an equation involving log expressions, there's this first thing that's supposed to come to your mind. Okay, that is to find possible ways to combine the log expressions to get a single log, and then we can take the anti-log and get a value of the variable we have in the equation. Okay, so we have in this particular question two log expressions. Okay, so we're just going to find a way to combine the two log expressions into a single log function that we can take it from there. Okay, now when you have a log expression like let's say log to the base a of b plus log to the base a of c, it's just going to give you log to the base a of bc. Okay, this is possible if you have the logs with the same basis, right? So if you have two logs of the same basis and then you are adding, you can just write the two logs as a single log and then multiply the numbers or the variables over here, right? But in this particular question, we can see that the basis of the two log expressions are not the same. Okay, so we have over here base x and over here a base 4. Okay, so for us to be able to combine the two log functions or the two log expressions as a single log, we have to make sure that their bases are the same. Okay, so what we are going to apply is the change of base method, right? So we are going to apply the change of base to solve this question. Okay, to apply the change of base method, we are going to make use of this that's expression or that equation or that formula, right? That is, if you have log to the base a of x and you want to change the base to, let's say, base b, the answer is going to be log to the base b of x all over log to the base b of a. Okay, so for example, if you have, let's say, log to the base 5 of 2, right? And let's say you want to change this log from base 5 to, let's say, base 3, right? You are going to get a fraction, and all the log expressions are going to have log to the base 3, right? But the one at the numerator part is going to be the same number you had over here, which is the 2. Then the number over here, or the number at the denominator side, is going to be the base you were having in your initial log expression. Okay, so that is going to be 5, right? So log to the base 5 of 2, if you want to change the base to base 3, you are going to end up having log to the base 3 of 2 all over log to the base 3 of 5. Okay, another example, let's say if you have log to the base let's say 4 of 6, let's say you want to change it to log to the base 7, you're going to get log to the base 7 of 6 all on log to the base 7 of 4, right? I guess this makes sense, or if you've understood it. So we're going to apply that same principle to change the base of the log functions we have, right? So there are two ways you can do it. I mean, there are numerous ways you can go about this question, but it's usually advisable to maintain one of the logs, right? So what I mean by this is that you can either change this base x to 4 so that we have two log expressions with the same base 4, or you can also change this base 4 over here to base x so that we end up having two log functions or two log expressions with the same basis, which is x, right? So it's a matter of preference, whichever way you want it. Just follow the same procedure over here and you're going to end up doing it the right way, right? So I'm going to go with the first one, right? Changing it from base x to base 4. So changing or you don't even have to write this. Okay, once you apply that, any one marking your script, or anybody who understands log is going to understand this, or is going to understand what you've done, right? So you're going to end up having log to the base 4. That's, we're changing this log to base 4, right? So log to the base 4 of 4, because you originally have a 4 over here, then divided by log to the base 4 of x, plus log to the base 4 of x equals 2. Okay, so we know log to the base 4 of 4 is just 1, so we're going to end up having 1 over log to the base 4 of x plus log to the base 4 of x equals 2. So from here, it's usually simple, or it becomes more simple if you represent the whole of log to the base 4 of x with a variable, right? So you can just say let log to the base 4 of x equals, let's say, a, right? So our equation becomes 1 on a plus a equals 2. So we solve this from here. So we can multiply through by a to get 1 plus a squared equals 2a, right? From here, you know that we are going to get a quadratic equation, or we have a quadratic equation. So we can just bring all of them to one side. We're going to end up having this, and can proceed from here, right? So this is the same thing as a minus 1 all squared, because 0. A is going to give us 1. Okay, but remember, we are not interested in finding the value of a, we are interested in finding the value of x, right? So from here we come back to this expression, or this equation. We have log to the base 4 of x as a, but what is a? But a equals 1, right? So this implies that log to the base 4 of x will be equal to 1, and then we can just take the antilog, right? And in taking the antilog, it's quite simple. Just send this 4 to this side, right? And then whatever you have over here will be what will be left at the left hand side. So you're going to end up having x equals, the 4 comes to the other side, and then the number here, or whatever you have at the right hand side, becomes your exponent. So that, okay, so we're going to end up having x equals 4 as our final answer, right? So when you are done and then you want to be sure that you are correct, you can just fix in your final answer, right? X equals 4 into the original equation to see whether it satisfies it or not. So we had log to the base 4 of x plus log to the base x of 4 equals 2. So if we insert, or if you replace x with 4, you're going to have log to the base 4 of 4 plus log to the base 4 of 4. So let's see whether this gives us 2. Log to the base 4 of 4 is 1. This is also 1. 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2. So yes, this satisfied the equation, right? So yeah, it means x equals 4 is your final answer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Please do like and subscribe. Goodbye.